Welcome to High Daily Military News. This is the place to update military developments, global strategy, and the power of modern weapons. Here we analyze and reflect together. Each question from the audience is not just curiosity, but a door opening to the truth behind the guns, the bullets, and the military tactics that changed history. A place where we examine and think deeply about power, war, and peace in a turbulent world. Note, the analysis in this video is from a personal perspective. It is based on trusted sources, but not absolute truth. I hope to receive constructive discussions instead of attacks. Now comes a question from two wise men of our channel, Long and Kuang. Why did the West, when entering the age of the musket, seem to abandon cold weapons and focus on firepower, but later returned to close combat tactics through the bayonet? A question full of history. Thank you both. Let me answer in high style. By the 16th century, with the arrival of the arquebus, Western military art entered a revolutionary transformation. Traditional battle formations with long spears, swords, and shields quickly became ineffective against the killing power of firearms. Although these early guns had many technical limitations, their biggest weakness was the extremely slow reload speed. On average, it took 20 to 30 seconds per shot. This left soldiers almost completely vulnerable if the enemy closed in while they were reloading, opening a deadly gap. Therefore, even though cold weapons were gradually removed from the main role, close combat tactics still remained as support, especially through cavalry and guard units. The true breakthrough came with the Swedish Empire under the legendary commander Gustavus Adolphus. He reformed military tactics on a grand scale. One of his most revolutionary steps was the mass introduction of the bayonet, a blade that could be fixed to the muzzle of a musket, turning the gun into a hybrid weapon, able to fire from a distance and fight in close quarters like a spear. This tactic was successfully applied in battles against the Polish-Russian alliance. Swedish infantry, thanks to this flexible equipment, could maintain strong firepower, yet still be ready for hand-to-hand combat when needed. Their victories came not only from firepower, but also from the ability to switch flexibly between long-range and close-range combat, all within the same soldier. So, dear viewers, don't take your eyes off the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts below. At 4:42 a.m., August 12, 2025, more than 300 Sinaloa gunmen, accompanied by a convoy of heavily armored vehicles and 6 containers of fentanyl, crossed the Mexico-U.S. border straight into the Sonoran Desert. This was not just an incursion, it was a declaration of war, a bold strike at the sovereignty and pride of the United States, right on its own soil. The cartel thought they could slip past radar, crush border patrol, and retreat before dawn. But what happened next was not a chase. It was an annihilation campaign, where every grain of sand was ready, every signal intercepted, and every step led only to destruction. This is the story of how the U.S. military erased an entire cartel force in the middle of the desert. The southern Arizona sky was pitch black. No moon, no stars, no patrol aircraft along the Sonora frontier. Less than 2 kilometers from the Mexican border, a massive convoy rolled silently down a trail once used for drug smuggling, now widened into a temporary tactical invasion route. No warning, no radio chatter, only the low rumble of diesel engines in silent mode and the faint sweep of infrared lights scanning the road ahead. At the front, 3 armored command vehicles, 24 modified SUVs with heavy machine guns, 4 armored vehicles carrying mobile air defense systems, and 6 refrigerated containers holding more than 2.7 tons of pure fentanyl, enough to kill